life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Nothing good happens to people who don't take risk. You have to embrace uncertainty. And that's something that I'm really good at now because I've done it for so long. One of the toughest things about life is that if you have self-doubt and insecurity, and you think that you're not good enough, that manifests itself and holds you back so significantly. I have a friend who is probably one of the most competent people I know. He can light up a room with his storytelling. He's a clear, concise communicator, super, super organized, and just an overall badass when he's in his comfort zone. But he's plagued with a deep down sense of insecurity, that he's not good enough, that if he tries and takes risks, the world might just, let him down, and he's not good enough. He was talking to me, I was talking to him the other day, and he said, Nick, you have it all figured out, right? It's easy for you to say. I was telling him that basically he does have what it takes, and he's like, that's easy for you to say, Nick. I mean, look at what you've done. And what he doesn't realize, and what you might not realize when you're listening to me, is that I'm plagued with insecurity and self-doubt all the time. I'm out here raising a bunch of money, buying $50 million worth of storage in 1 year, taking all these risks. And many, many times I find myself in a situation where I don't know what the hell I'm doing, and I'm just trying to figure it out as I go. Many times I've not been sure of the answer, not known what to do, but I've put my big boy pants on, I've puffed up my chest, and I've went into the meeting and I've made those around me feel secure and think that I can be trusted and that I do know what I'm talking about, because there was no other option in those situations. And I think what so many people forget is that when they look at successful people, it appears that they have it all figured out. It appears that they have all the answers, that they actually do have this sense in the back of their head that actually just tells them what to do, and they're better than everybody else. And that's not true at all. Successful people, most of it, 90% of being successful is just having the confidence and acting like you know what you're doing. I'll say that again. The most important part of being successful is showing everyone else in the room that you are confident and that you know what you're doing. And for the people who are insecure, and the people who are unsure of themselves, and the people who are afraid to take risks, it is damn near impossible to get ahead in life if you're always self-doubting and you're afraid. Because anything worth doing, whether it's moving away from your hometown, whether it's leaving that job that's not rewarding but pays you just enough to stay there, whether it's putting yourself out there to try to, get a new job, moving to a new town, trying to make new friends, all those things that make your world open up, all those things that make you better and successful and wealthy, all of them are hard as hell. All of them are uncomfortable, and all of them are scary. So what holds most people back is the insecurity, because true success is only achieved when you get out of your comfort zone. If you're not scared, if you're not uncertain, you have no chance. And it's sad because so many people are so good at life, at management, at communication, at entrepreneurship, but they are afraid to take the risks. And on the other hand, there are so many incompetent people who are not good communicators, who are not actually good at their job. There are so many incompetent people who make phenomenal money because they have that confidence and that ego. We are in such a tight labor market. And I was talking to a friend who hates his job. makes good money, but he hates his job. And he's like, Nick, I want to try something new. I want to go, maybe get back into the construction business, maybe do something else. But it could go wrong, right? It could be a failure. I could potentially not know what I'm doing. And I said, dude, the economy is growing so fast. We are in such a labor market right now that a warm body can make 50 grand a year just showing up, not being drunk, and adding value to the company. That's it. That's all you got to do. Show up, be trustworthy, and dependable. There is so much opportunity out there. There are so many people with businesses that are booming, that are not trying to rip anybody off or nickel and dime people, are willing to pay for top talent, that are looking for others to help them to work. If you have insecurity, and some of it's a natural level of insecurity is good, right? Especially for guys like me who I've had some success, I'm making some money, I think that I'm amazing, I have a natural sense of confidence. I have to constantly do the opposite, stay humble, look at blind spots, realize that I could be wrong at any given time, and change my mind a lot. That's what makes me successful now. But early on, I got the initial success. I made my initial money. I got that initial opportunity by saying, I can do this. I'm the guy that can do this. Even though I was the lowest test scores to get into Cornell, I got in because I ran track and field. I was completely unqualified from a business perspective. I didn't take a single business class when I went and started our small business. I have no experience in real estate, and I'm building a real estate private equity company. By all measures of conventional wisdom, I should not be successful. But I have confidence, and I am able to squash self-doubt. So if you are scared, if you want more out of life, maybe you don't. This is not for everybody. But I'll tell you that life begins at the end of your comfort zone. Nothing good happens to people who don't take risk. You have to embrace uncertainty. And that's something that I'm really good at now because I've done it for so long. I feel comfortable in uncomfortable situations. All I do all day is make difficult decisions with significant impact, a lot of downside if things go wrong. I have hard conversations. I'm in negotiations where I'm dealing with pissed off people or I'm solving hard problems to solve. And I'm constantly making decisions that I don't know the answer to. I'm constantly using my best judgment as a human to figure out if I'm making the right call. And I don't know. The truth is that I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be correct. I don't know what the answer is going to be. I don't know if it's all going to work out. But you get used to being in that situation of uncertainty. You get used to not knowing the answer. You get used to, it's kind of like sports, right? People love watching sports. People love watching college football because you never know what could happen. There's uncertainty. It's wild the way some of these games unfold and finish. And that's what makes it fun. That's what makes entrepreneurship fun. Entrepreneurship is I show up and I'm making decisions in my company where I will see the results 3 months later or 6 months later or 5 years later. I will see whether my decision was good or not. But right now I don't know. I make a decision and then I watch it unfold. And there's uncertainty, and that's exciting. That's where we grow. That's where I do my best work now because I have practice in those areas. But if you're working a dead-end job where you show up and you just do what you're told all day and you're not getting challenged, it's really, really hard to get ahead. Everything good in life comes at the edge of your comfort zone. Guys, exciting stuff. Yours truly, me, Nick Huber, will be one of the keynote speakers of Jobber Professional Development Day. And you know Jobber from the software that I recommend for all service businesses. But what you don't know about Jobber is that they give back to the service business industry in a major way with something called PD Day, Professional Development Day. And it's a conference, an online conference where you can listen to Draymond Green, a bunch of awesome entrepreneurs talk about different topics of areas to improve your business. I highly recommend it. It's free. It's on February 16th at 11 a.m. And you can go to jobberpdday.com to register. One more time, that's JOBBERPD as in professional development, DAY.com. February 16th, you do not want to miss it.